Hi everyone, this is the Psychic Sleuth, and I'm here today going to be doing a video on validation for Aniah Blanchard on November 26, 2019. So I put it together today. Excuse me, I'm not feeling too well for some reason. I don't know if maybe I'm just overdoing or whatever, but a couple things I wanted to mention before we get started is if you're new to my channel, this is not my only channel. I had another one and it got hacked, so it's in the process of being transferred to a blank channel. That means I will have to take these videos and kind of upload them over there. They were supposed to move all my subscribers, all my videos, everything, because I got hacked and I kind of lost it all. So if you're part of my old channel, no, I'm not Chinese. I didn't turn Chinese. Like I'm trying to tell you guys, I got hacked. And I made this channel so that I could keep working while they were working on it, because they told me it could take weeks. So they are in the process of transferring it. So I do have a lot of other videos over there and whatnot. I don't know if you guys can still see them. As far as like, because Aniah came in Taylor, she came in Dulce, and she came in Stephanie. And those are only a few that I know she came in. I feel like her and Stephanie have kind of been coming in for a while together. And so if I refer to those readings, that's where they're at right now. Also, they are typed up in the group. So another thing I wanted to mention is I do have merchandise. If you do want to support me and you want to support the cause, because I do give a lot of free time and free work and free effort to try to find people, because I love doing it. But at the same time, I got to live. So if you guys want to support me and support the cause and all of that, I do have cool shirts out. I will put the link below, and I will also put it, it's also in the group, and it's on the description of my channel. So there's hoodies and everything, and I think that they're really nice looking. There's a couple different things you can choose from. Also, I do have a book on Amazon, R&R Love, a twin flame story. It's good description of abuse, love, loss, addiction, all of that kind of stuff. So if you feel like it will help you, it's good to read. It's about what happened with me, and about also explains twin flames if you ever wanted to know what that was about. Another thing I wanted to discuss was, if you guys are looking for a better holistic food for your dogs or cats, or they have ailments such as itchy skin, they have separation anxiety, they have anxiety, all kinds of stuff. We have a lot of different health and wellness options that really work. So I will put the link below here as well, and you can message me and I will send you the website for you to check out. I only do that and believe in this company true and wholeheartedly. It's called Pottery. So if you would like to look into it more, just get a hold of me and I will explain it even better and show you what I'm talking about. So with that being said, so another note I want to make is, this is why I ask you guys to please not mention other psychics or mediums on my page and what they get. I mean, it was mentioned over and over after I did the video that she was in Florida because another psychic was saying that. And look, it's great that you guys follow other psychics and mediums. That's perfectly fine. But do not bring what they say here. I have a reason that I say that. Like I said, I'm a huge supporter of their work and what they do, and I understand that everybody gets stuff for a reason. They can be picking up someone else that might have a lot to do with it. But I asked you guys to please don't sit and argue with the readings. Please don't just come over here and be like, well, that's where she says it is, so that must be where she's at. I can't handle that. Only because there's a reason I don't watch them. I can't have what they're getting interfere with what I'm getting. I don't want to watch them and be, if I get them for same information, somebody say, oh, well, you must have got it from them. There's a lot of different reasons why I choose not to follow others and I work alone. So, I have to trust what I'm getting and what Spirit's getting. And in this instance, as you can see, it was very accurate. So, and although I am good at what I do, I still struggle. I'm still human and I struggle with my confidence. So please, if you keep the comments and not say what other psychics get in the comments, that would help me out a lot and I appreciate it. So as you can see, I connected very strongly to Aniah, and I had the right location description. And when I went back through stuff from Dulce and Taylor and Stephanie and her own reading, I ended up getting, it ended up a lot matching the area, especially Taylor and like I said, Stephanie. She came in really strong in Stephanie. Stephanie came really strong in hers. They seem to be almost like soul sisters in a way. But first off, I want to say this is such a sad situation, and my prayers go out to her family and friends. Her beauty and grace just lit up the room. That's all I have to say. Sadly, I don't feel like she's their only victim, unfortunately. Like she said to me, in a few ways, it's similar to Mackenzie, and so that's an interconnect. Meeting up with someone, which I do feel is a trap in both instances, Mackenzie and hers, but especially hers. Like the intentions were there. The other similarities in AJ is in Mackenzie's case from Africa. Now these men, I don't know if that's where they're from, but it reminds me very much. I seem to get tribe with them, so I kind of try. That's kind of the way I think of it. So this is the validation I do know so far. And there probably is more. I didn't go through the reading word for word. I went kind of about what I remembered. So, by the way, if you have not watched Stephanie's video, Aniah did come in there, especially at the end. And they were very similar in the way they felt, the way they talked and stuff. So, it was easy for them to do. I feel like it would happen because it was like right before she was found. So she was trying to come in stronger. She was wanting to be found. So they came in each other's reading, like I said, in Taylor and in Dulce. And those other readings can be found, like Taylor and Dulce can be found on my other channel. One reason I don't really like to work on more than one case at a time is because it can be confusing. It confuses things a little bit, especially if they want to talk and tell me more. Sometimes they will jump in other people's readings, like they don't want to be patient. And I was going to do another reading on Aniah, and then I was like, well, Stephanie is going to be easier because there's stuff that I got, but actually I was completely wrong on that. She was not easier, but I think that Aniah was like, no, I'm going to come in and say what I need to say anyway. So, let's see. So I did get the next county over in Aniah's and also in Stephanie's. And she came to Stephanie's and she was talking about in another county. Now, it is possible that Stephanie is also in another county, and that is an interconnect. When I talk about interconnecting, I'm saying similarities to the cases. Sometimes it will fit both cases, sometimes only one. Similarities, same kind of circumstances, same names, things like that. So they could both possibly be in another county, but definitely it ended up being that that's where Aniah was. She was in the next county over, which is what I got during her reading. I also got in Stephanie's, her drawing a line and stepping over it. There is a line creek nearby. Didn't put two to two together at the time because I wasn't looking at it, that area. Earlier in the day on Sunday I saw it and I was like, oh crap. And then I went up to like Tuskegee National Forest. I was like between both areas. So I was having a hard time zoning in. But I do have screenshots in the group, but not of the Lion Creek, but I definitely remember seeing it, and I definitely it hit me. I remember now. So let's see. Like I say, when I get descriptions and stuff, that's what I have to go by. I have to get descriptions. I have to take their clues. I have to put it together, and then I have to try to figure out where they're at because I don't feel strong things on a map. Sometimes I do, like that whole area. I was kind of pulled to. So, anyways. Maps can be really hard sometimes because it doesn't really look like what I'm seeing, and I'm trying to find what I'm seeing. So 2, I got it very strongly in Dulce, and it also came extremely strong in Taylor. Extremely strong. She kept saying 2. And if you've not seen that reading, like I said, it's on the old channel and it will be transferred. Also, Hope kind of intersects. They're here with Dulce and Taylor because it came in Dulce, and there wasn't one far from where Taylor was found. So I had saw that and I said, oh, that's interesting. I got Hope also way back in Molly and Malia. And I even named a cat last year after that, around that time. So it's interesting that it's fitting so many cases now that I've got way back then. When I talk about interconnection, that's what I mean. So I dreamed of 8, and that was posted in the group, and it has come in a few readings, including hers. But if you look, I think it also might have came in Stephanie's and also Taylor, I think. But it's been coming in. It was very strong. And even I was talking to my friend that does the EVPs, and we're like, man, that's a hot number, because it just kept coming in. So if you look at the map, 8 turns into 80 and then back into 8. And where it turns into 8 is where it connects with 2. So 80 came in EVP as well. I mentioned it in Taylor. And 85 runs parallel. And actually, they would have taken 85. So I did get 85, I believe, in hers. And if you look at the road in the area, and then you look at my drawing, there's this part of it that matches, where the River Creek runs under the overpass or the freeway area. I put side by side in the group. There is a Tiger Oak there. I've gotten that in Dulce Tiger I did, and actually since Maria, which has not been released, but also in Erica, where Tiger has been coming in for a very long time. Also, there's a St. Paul church that came in Dulce. I do realize that things can get very confusing when they come in other readings. Trust me, I know. But it's just the way it is right now. And the way they do it for a certain reason, like I said, either the interconnect or I'm not getting to them fast enough and they want to say what they want to say. So we are understanding more and more how it works when we look at the area. It's also weird. I was looking at, like I said, the Tusky area on Sunday, was heading back that way because of camping and the tea, and also the Star Church. I had been seeing stars. So Star Church is actually not very far from where she was found, according to the map, when you look at the map. And they will show me things as how, if I'm going to look at the map, what I'm going to kind of see sometimes. I was also told, I remember getting the number 3, but also I remember in her reading how I was talking about she was really close with her dad and really close with her family. She was really close with her dad. Actually, it was her stepdad, but I guess she was considered the dad because he had her since he was, or been around since she was 3. She did have a sister, and she did have a best friend, which she also mentioned, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why she mentioned her. I saw her as kind of a blondish person. She was really close with her family. I guess she was extremely close with her mom. So all of that is validated as well. I didn't put that in the file because I just now remembered it. So anyways, in Dulce's reading, I just said not have it typed up and released yet because I just did it right after. I think I did it on Sunday. I'll try to release it today, but there is a screenshot in the group. If you have not joined the Psychic Sleuth podcast, please do. There is a screenshot that I just put in there under her file. First thing I got was like a pig drawing, like a cartoon pig. I could actually probably draw it if I wanted to. It turns out there's a girl with a nickname Pig that may be missing in connection to these guys. So that's kind of interesting to me. Also, Johnson & Johnson that I got. I can't remember exactly what reading it was. I think it might have been Dulce. The guy that was arrested last, his last name is Johnson, and he's the second Johnson because he's a junior. So I think that might be why I got that like that. I don't know if there's a connection other than that somewhere. There might be. I was also told she would be found in a wooded area near water. I was told that she was, found in a wooded area near water. This is what I saw. Also, there is a baseball diamond at this church really close, which puts her right behind it. I also got baseball diamond again in the last Dulce reading that hasn't been released yet. So I don't know if it's something that's going to keep interconnecting or not, because sometimes we'll get multiple interconnections. I described in the reading that there was water to my left, and then she was going to be on the right side, like if you're coming from, I think it's Montgomery, right? So the way that I drew the drawing was this way, and that's exactly kind of how she was found. On this side of the road, the water was on this side, so it did fit very much what I was seeing. So another thing that's interesting, if you watch the very end of Stephanie's reading, which, by the way, mentioned 25, the day that Aniah was found was the 25th. She came in strongly in Stephanie's. She stated that justice will be served. So I feel like in some way, somehow, I saw men behind bars, and she said, "You will find me," which they did. So that was Aniah confirming at the end of Stephanie's reading. So I know that now. I didn't think it really fit Stephanie because of the situation with the whole suicide and everything, but it does definitely fit Aniah, and now it hit me. Like I said, sometimes it takes me a minute to sit and think about things. So I think because they're so similar in how they feel, it's a bit hard to tell honestly. Like I said, a lot of the numbers I got around that area, like there's a 9 around there I remember seeing. I guess there are coyotes in that area. She was a college student. I wasn't aware of that when I did her reading. I just know it surrounded her strongly. I believe the word prairie came in Dulce. There's a school there that's called that, and it's weird because in Dulce, they kept saying something about behind the school. Also, in the last reading that I have not released yet, I'm thinking she came a lot in there, and I really actually didn't pick up much on Dulce in that reading, honestly. I was struggling for whatever reason. Now, it was also said by a school in there. So that could interconnect. It could still fit, but it definitely fits here. Webster, I had a pull to it. It's in my list in the group. There's a Webster funeral home. Smith Road is close. That came in Andrea. Jackson, I've stated that a lot. That's come past. That came in the past. It's the road that's close. There's an area with a lot of, and I think if I would have seen that Jackson, it would have kind of clicked. I didn't see it, unfortunately, when I was in that area because with maps, you have to kind of really zoom in to see the smaller roads. So there's an area with a lot of sand and water that did come in Dulce as well, as I stated. That's really close to the Hope Church. I felt strongly, like I said, she did come in Dulce, Taylor, and Stephanie's. The T is probably the Tauapaloosa River that runs really close by there. It's possible due to things having multiple meanings that the college also, because it wasn't very far from one, could be the college and everything. Like you pass it on the way. So due to that, Alabama State University is right there. As I said, they only showed me one person, but I felt like there could be more involved. I said that in the reading, but I was only told one, and maybe he's just the main guy. Maybe the other ones are the accomplices, but they show me what they feel is important. I got his name to kind of sound right. So Franklin isn't far. That came in Aniah. Actually Andrea. I have Aniah here, but I believe it was Andrea. And there is like I said, a 9 road not too far. If you keep going to the Tuscany Forest, you also hit 2 rest areas, like I saw in Stephanie. And those were the kind of rest areas I was looking for, not one with anything around, just kind of where you pull over and there's bathrooms. That's it. There's one on each side there. There is construction along that highway. I don't know. I felt like she was trying to bring me back that way. I kept going back, and then I'd go forward, and then I'd go back. I was up at the Tusky area, so I was headed back the other way on the map. We were there a lot on Sunday on the map. And I just get to a point where I'm just like I can't feel anything, I don't know. It's hard to explain. My gifts are kind of weird like that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I'm not in the right area, I don't. Because I have fibromyalgia and stuff, it's hard to tell sometimes. But I felt like we were closer. So we were in the general area, and actually I've been in the area before because it looked really familiar afterwards. So things about readings is a lot of people don't get how hard it is to put all the puzzle pieces together. It's so hard for me to look at a map and find what I'm looking for because I'm mostly visual and I mostly hear. So, I do have people that send me stuff that say, hey, it looks like this. And they were right. It was very, it does. But I'm thankful for your help. And like I said, someone did send me actually really close to that area. So I do, because I remember the Love's Travel stop. But I do feel in some way that justice will be served. I feel like there's more victims out there, and they need to really be stopped. They are evil people, and remind me a lot of how AJ was. He was very vicious with Mackenzie. Mackenzie was also a college student, so I see a lot of interconnection here in between those two cases. one more thing. Georgia. There is a girl missing from Georgia, but also Georgia City is where Stephanie's ex lived by. He didn't live in there, but he lived by there. And there's a road named Georgia that's very close to his house. So that could be validating where the ex lived. So that could have been Stephanie coming in. But also, like I say, as far as interconnect. Because it's like that they're besties on the other side or something. They seem to really love coming in each other's readings, and they're really close like that. Almost like soul sister kind of feeling is what I get with them. Very similar in personalities and whatnot. So also there's a Peaches missing from Georgia area. Cold case 2010, I believe. So my family go out to the family and friends of Aniah. I know she's at peace and she's okay. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to communicate with her so strongly. She's an absolutely beautiful soul. Thank you so much. And thank you for liking, subscribing. Keep an eye out because like I said, we will be changing to another channel. And if you have not subscribed to my old channel, I'll need you to subscribe there if you've only subscribed here. Only because I've asked them to like, hey, since I've had to make a whole new channel because I'm waiting on you guys, can we transfer that one too? And I was told no. So I have to kind of move all my videos from here over there and do it that way. So thank you very much. If you guys get more validations, I'd be happy to hear them. I'll put all the contact info in the description. Have a happy I don't even like to say Thanksgiving because I don't really like the meaning of it, but Friendsgiving. Enjoy your families as much as you can. Enjoy the holidays. Be safe. I'll see you next time.